Hey, so I've never posted a video on here before, but this has been on my mind for the past 24 hours, so I just decided to start filming. I'm kind of curious if there's anybody else out there that knows that there's a difference between being lonely and actually missing somebody. Missing somebody doesn't necessarily mean that you are unhappy. You can go out and have fun with friends, go live your normal life how you normally do. But there's going to be moments that you're going to stop dead in your tracks no matter what you're doing. And you're going to wish that a certain somebody was there with you. Like, you could be hanging out with friends, and during the time that you're having fun, you're going to wish that a certain someone could be there sharing the fun with you. And normally that somebody is the number one person that you miss. To me, being lonely is a totally different situation. Being lonely sometimes makes you crave attention. Because sometimes when you're lonely, you're going to say and do things that you shouldn't do. When you're lonely, you can make bad decisions, like you could go out and get drunk and then end up hurting yourself or someone else. Or you could say something to someone, like telling someone that you love them or miss them, when you don't really, but you're just in that situation where you're lonely and you just want someone to say, I love you or I care about you. The reason I wanted to bring this up is because last night my ex-boyfriend sent me a message saying that he missed me and that, he wanted to come over and he wanted to spend time with me, but he never showed up. And the only reason he called me up in the first place was because the girl that he ended up cheating on me with, well, their relationship ended up in a rocky situation and they ended up breaking up. But like I said, he never showed up, which just proves to me that he didn't really miss me and that he didn't really care. I mean, I'm not trying to talk bad about him or anything like that. I'm just saying that this is a perfect example of missing someone and then just being lonely. Because if he really missed me, he would have been gone a long time ago. It's just really looking for someone to comfort him and to say, I care about you, and just to make him not feel alone, So that's pretty much signs of being lonely. Because he was already saying things that he really didn't mean, and, that goes for a lot of people who are lonely. They really do say things that they don't mean. And it's not because they really want to hurt somebody, it's just because it's in a moment of weakness. They just want someone to care, and they go after people who they think would care. But it really doesn't have to be that way. My advice to anybody who's lonely is to go after and confront the person who you truly miss, the person that is making you lonely and making you feel lonely, because no one's just lonely for no reason. There's always a reason behind it. And mostly it's because of either a breakup or problems in the home or just anything really, problems at school. Any reason at all. There's plenty of reasons to be lonely. But there is no reason to go out and hurt other people because you're lonely and you just want a certain feeling back. There's other ways to help yourself and be able to help others and not affect other people with bad decisions that you're making. Getting closure is a really big deal, especially when you just get out of a relationship. Make sure that that relationship is really over before you start trying to get into another one, or, running after other people and affecting other people's lives because you're lonely. Definitely make sure that it is over and that you get some type of closure that is going to help you be able to move on. And I do know that some closure is pretty much impossible to get, especially if it's a death or something that is causing you to be lonely. But there is other ways to take care of yourself as well than messing with other people's lives or hurting someone else in the process of trying to get over somebody or just trying to fill the void of being alone. My advice would be to work on yourself first. If you are lonely, don't go running after other people to fix you or to try to make you feel better or whatever. Work on yourself. Take time to actually be alone and be with yourself and see what you are actually capable of doing. You know, being with yourself and alone, you can learn a lot more about yourself. You can see how you cope with things and how you relate to different things in certain situations and stuff like that. So really just be alone and get to know who you really are and ways that you can improve yourself and make yourself better and make yourself feel better without doing things that might actually cause harm to you later on. And then also just running after people when you're lonely, you can also attract people who are lonely themselves, and then it doesn't really get you anywhere. And the reason I say that is because, yes, two lonely people can enjoy each other's company, but neither of them are going to be truly happy unless they're happy with themselves first. And to be happy with yourself, you have to be happy alone. You have to be able to be alone with yourself and be happy. Be happy about who you are as a person and just love yourself before you can actually be in another relationship or anything. I mean, you have to love yourself first. And the sooner you are able to love yourself, the easier it's going to be for you to be able to make the correct decisions. And then once you can make the correct decisions for yourself, the less that you are going to hurt the relationships that you have with people. I know this video has been long, but this is just my opinion on this subject. I'm not saying that I am right at all. This is just my opinion. And I would really like to hear more of other people's opinions. So what do you think on the subject of missing someone and being lonely? Do you think it's two totally different things? Do you think it's the same thing? I mean, I don't know. What's your opinion on it?